Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am the great, the only Agni motherfucking James, and we are here to do some guided meditation. We're here to do some guided meditation and go within the place of peace and love within us. But in the meantime, we're going to fucking play some chess and beat the fuck out of some noobs, right? That's what we do here. That's what we do here. I come in here, we play some chess, we beat some people up, or else I get really pissed off because I lose. And yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah, DCI, I'm Agni fucking James, bitches. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Chicago style right here. I'm representing. You're representing England. I'm representing Chicago. This is the way it goes here. Let's see. We got Ignorant here, man. Hey, how's it going, friend? Good to see you, my trusty mod. I got one mod here at least. You never know what's going on with that JT Farms girl. You know, you never know when she's gonna drop in or not. But she likes to remain silent. She's in the shadows. She's the unseeing eye, right? You got to be careful with this chick, right? But anyways, yeah, DCI, man, good to see you. How you doing, man? What's going on with you these days? What's new in your neck of the woods? What's going on with England, man? By the way, I have a lot of respect for England, man. During World War II, dude, they fucking were like the only European country that they kept the fucking Nazis out, right? I don't think there were any Nazis that got into England. You guys had that good navy, man. You didn't fuck around with that shit. You're like you know what the rest of Europe can fall. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna defend our fucking selves because we got the most badass navy on the planet, right? That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. You guys were prepared, man. Everyone else was like, shit, we're just gonna fucking fall down, and you guys were like, nope, we're gonna hold our ground. We're not letting fucking Hitler come in here, man. JT Farms, my channel shaman. All right, we got JT Farms here. The show can begin. The show can begin. JT, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I might be doing a dual stream with Floppy Jimmy, and he's a fairly big streamer. He's got like, he averages around like 200 viewers in his chat, right? 200-300 viewers I've seen sometimes. So like he's a big chess guy. He likes chess. He's learning the game, and he sounds like he's interested in lessons. So that's kind of cool. Eris plugged me on his stream the other night, so that would be cool. JT, this is going to be a lot of responsibility for you. If we get 200 people in this fucking chat, you better be on your game. Like, tendinitis, carpal tunnel and all, man, you better be ready. You better be ready. I hope that acupuncture is going to be working. You say, yes, you were there the other night. Okay. I just want to make sure you're prepared for these things. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of action that could be occurring right here. Like this could be the start, for all you know, this could be the start of something big. Maybe Floppy and Jimmy and I start going off and become 10,000K plus streamers or something, because I'm an entertaining motherfucker. People just don't know about me. Floppy Jimmy is hilarious as fuck. So we got some good fucking vibes, man. And I think Floppy Jimmy and I could have a good connection. I'd be teaching them some chess. I'd be screaming at them, just like everyone in the chat does. There will be some dick pics probably, that pop up, on the screen in the chat. Dick askies, but that's just how it goes. That's how life goes, right? Yeah, the Jimbos of Twitch, right? That's how it would be. But anyways, yeah, most likely nothing will happen, but I'm just giving you the heads up. There's like a 1% chance that something happens. I mean, especially because Eris is a mod. Aristotle is one of his moderators, so you never know. K-Rob, hello, my good friend, my IRL friend K-Rob. How are you doing? I'm going to be hanging out with K-Rob this Sunday most likely. I wanted to know if you wanted to go camping. Do you want to go camping on Sunday? What's the deal? Or do we gotta keep it? Do we gotta keep it chilled? Just chill at your place, have a bonfire. I want to get together though, one way or another. We got to get together. We got to hang out. We got to have some fun. No messing around. Just we'll have some fun. We'll get Alan over there, and we'll play some bags. We'll do some good shit. All right. Let's see. Kira, you say you texted you don't know if you can find a sitter that quick for. All right. Well, if you can't, you can't. And if you can, then you can, right? It's one of those things, if you can find, yeah, Jackson can be a lot. Absolutely. I mean, shit. That's, what about a harness? Just tie him up, to a harness, tie him to the wall somewhere and just like, there you go. By the way, I think I'm going to get arrested for saying that. I think I'm going to get arrested for like telling you, like, is that child abuse? I don't know. Can you put a harness on a kid who, and just like tie him against the wall? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. JT, you say I'm not wearing a black shirt tonight. Yeah, right. I know. I am not wearing a black shirt. This is wild, right? This is totally wild. Like I'm 90. By the way, those of you who don't know me, my name is Agni James. I primarily stream guided meditations here on Twitch. I'm also a chess instructor IRL, and so I do chess lessons on stream. I do chess games, chess puzzles, all sorts of stuff. And then also I have a master's in analytic philosophy. So we do philosophy of mind, philosophy of science, philosophy, metaphysics, philosophy of language sometimes. We do all sorts of stuff in here, wacky stuff. And I have a lot of absurdist humor because I like absurdist humor. So like, if you're into absurdist humor, you might like me. You might like me, and you might like my comedy, right? Floppy Jimmy's big into absurdist humor, and people tend to like him. Kira, you say, let's take him camping with his leash. Yeah, right. I mean, maybe that's the move. Just tie it around a tree, and it's like, he'll be able to go in a safe perimeter, right, around the tree, right. He'll be able to just hang out in that area, and then there's no issues, just as long as the leash doesn't go over the fire, right. You don't want the leash going over the fire, then that leash breaks and he's just gone. He's gone in the middle of the woods, and I don't know what the fuck will happen. DCI, you say philosophy, we got it. Chess, we got it. Meditation and mindful and mind wellness, we got it. Exactly, right? I bring all the good shit. Oh, by the way, I bring more good shit than that, man. We also have one of the greatest books ever written, Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, and we do chakra balancing. We don't fuck around. We get our chakras in alignment. You got to keep your chakra, your chi flow going. And then I also do readings from Grimm's fairy tales. And I don't think you've ever caught one of these streams. These are good. This is really good content. These Grimm's fairy tale streams. All right. This is serious. This is seriously good content. Maybe we'll start out with some Grimm's fairy tales today. I never start out with Grimm's fairy tales, and then I'm always like too beat. I think let's start out with some Grimm's fairy tales. I do commentary. It's very amusing. Everyone laughs. People like to laugh when they hear the Grimm's fairy tales. By the way, these are dark as fuck. My mom gave me this book when I was like 8 years old, and like this is dark as fuck, right? Something like that. They cut open a werewolf, or not a werewolf, like a wolf, and they cut open a werewolf. They filled his insides with rocks, and then they stitched him back up and threw him in a fucking lake. Like, can you believe that shit? Like, and you're giving an 8-year-old that kind of stuff? That's crazy, man. That's crazy shit. We're on The Frog Prince. I don't know how many of you know this one. The Frog Prince. And by the way, I like how these are short too. Like The Frog Prince is only, let's see, how many pages? You gotta be kidding me. It's 2 pages? Is it really only 2 pages? That's fucking insane. I've never even heard of a story only 2 pages. No, it's not 2 pages. It's just a page break because there's a picture. There's a really cool picture here though. Look. I'll show this to you again in a minute. Check out that picture. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. There's some stuff going on there. All right. Let's read The Frog Prince. Okay, anyways, where are we at here? K-Rob, you say, let's see. Yes, he has a child leash. You rarely use it, even though only people that know him might understand. But the cool thing about McQueen, if we go to McQueen, there'll be no one out there. It will just be us in the middle of the woods. So like no one will even come by and see. So like, I mean, and you know what? He's autistic. So like, what are you going to do with a kid who's autistic, who's just going to run away immediately and not going to listen, right? So like, and he gets into dangerous shit. So it's good for his safety. DCI, you say you read them as a child. Yeah, they're totally dark, man. They're just crazy shit. K-Rob, you say if you ever want judgment plus a 5-year-old autistic kid on a leash. If you ever want judgment, put a 5-year-old. I know. That's the thing though. Then people are quick to judge. Those I used to teach special education, right? And dude, we would take these kids out into public, right? And sometimes they'd have breakdowns, right? Where they'd start like trying to like attack everyone, or like there was one girl she would stick her fingers in her eyes and try pulling out her fucking eyeballs, right? It was crazy. She was like digging digging in her fucking eyes, trying to dig out her eyeballs. Like you gotta fucking intervene in those situations. So like, you know, we brought this girl down prone because she's trying to rip her eyeballs out, and then like a crowd of people started gathering around us because we're in the middle of fucking Aldi, and like they're like, "What are you doing? Get off that girl!" And we're like, "No, you don't understand. She's like, you know, she's a danger, you know." And they're like, "No, you can't treat a girl like, you can't treat a kid like that." And we're like, "Dude, trust me, we are fucking trained in the Menta method of self-restraint. We know how to restrain these people." But it's crazy, like people don't know what the hell's going on. It was like a big public spectacle, you know. But if we hadn't done that, she literally would have gouged out her own fucking eyeballs. I mean, it's intense. It's intense. DCI, you say, "Oh, dude, you hope people won't judge." People do judge. People are crazy. It's a lot of like mothers. Mothers think they know. Oh, my kid would never act like that. But you're not dealing with a special needs kid who's been kicked out of every other fucking special needs school in Illinois, and we're the last stop because these kids like will literally try to kill themselves like constantly, and they'll try to like attack everyone around them and spit on them and kick them and hurt them and claw at their face and choke them out. Right? Like this is serious shit. It's like a war zone. All right. And now, with all that being said, we're going to read some Grimm's fairy tales. We're reading The Frog Prince. I hope you're all ready for this shit. Wait, hold on. We got the White Snake. Oh, we were on The Frog Prince. What's going on here? Shit just got intense here. We were on The Frog Prince, and all of a sudden, oh, here we go. Okay. K-Rob, you say, okay, Jackson isn't that bad, though. Calm down. Well, no, I'm not going to calm down. I'm not. K-Rob was a teacher with me there, too. She knows what it's all about at our old school. All right, where we used to work at. Okay, here we go. Are you all ready for this? This is serious shit. In the old times, when it was still of some use to wish for the thing one wanted, there lived a king whose daughters were all handsome. So this king had some fucking hot-ass chick daughters, man. Like, this king was like, man, I'm gonna, but I don't know why they call him handsome, but I guess it's just the way they used to talk back then about girls, you know? Like, these are beautiful maidens, man. This king's got these beautiful maidens. But anyways, the youngest was so beautiful that the sun himself, who had seen so much, wondered at her beauty each time he shone over her. So the sun's just like looking down and is like, man, that's a beautiful, and by the way, that's S-U-N, all right? Okay, anyways, near the royal castle there was a great dark wood, and in the wood, under an old linden tree, was a well. When the day was hot, the king's daughter used to go forth into the wood and sit by the brink of the cool well. And if the time seemed long, she would take out a golden ball and throw it up and catch it again, and this was her favorite pastime. Are you fucking kidding me? Her favorite pastime is just sitting there like throwing a ball up and down. I mean, dude, at least like play a game. You don't just sit there and play catch with yourself. Like, go find someone to play catch with, dude. Like, you know, I mean, I know it's a golden ball, so it's probably heavy, but like you could still like, you know, do something or like play some crochet or some shit. Not crochet, but like cricket or something, you know. Okay. Anyways. Now it happened one day that the golden ball, instead of falling back into the maiden's little hand, which had... Oh, by the way, we need to go to the reading. We need to go to the reading fun stream. I always want to be in the appropriate category. We got to go to the reading and fun stream. That's like where we belong. Reading and fun. It's like reading and fun or something like that. Reading fun, or maybe it's just reading fun. Where the fuck is it? There used to be a stream called Reading Fun. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. Here it is. Yeah. Reading Fun. There it is. Okay, bam. Okay, we're in the Reading Fun stream now. Okay, hey, Christine the Bean. Good to see you. Welcome in. How's it going? Dude, we just started. So basically, here's the whole story. There's this king, and he's got some super hot chicks, right? That are his daughters. And one of his daughters, like the most beautiful one, is just basically she's so fucking bored out of her mind. She has this golden ball, and she's just like her favorite thing to do in the whole universe is just to take it and just like throw it up and catch it. throw it up and catch it. That's like all she fucking does. It's like, what kind of life is that? Like, who's gonna sit around and just like throw a fucking ball up and down, up and down, up and down? Like, dude, go find some friends. She has sisters. Why not play with your sisters? Why not do something? Don't just sit there and fucking play by yourself with a golden ball. That's like ridiculous. All right. But anyways, I think she just like dropped the ball or something. So anyways. Yeah, now it happened one day that the golden ball, instead of falling back into the little maiden's hand, which had sent it aloft, dropped to the ground near the edge of the well and rolled in. Well, why the fuck is it that every single goddamn old story has like a well in it, and someone or something falls in the well? It's like, can they come up with something original? Like, every single time there's a well, someone's going to fall into it, or like a ball's going to fall into it, or like, a witch is going to fall into it. Like, they got to come up with some new content. Christine, how's it going, by the way? How's everything with you? How are your nephews doing? Is the one driving up a storm? Is he like picking up chicks? Is he driving around with like a car full of chicks and like, just like trying to like bang them all? Like, what's the deal with that? All right. Sorry about that. That might have been a little too abrasive, but I'm just, 16-year-old kids are horny. 16-year-old kids are horny. All right. Anyways. All right. That was too much even for me. I know. JT, I'm sorry. We might have to ban me. JT, you might have to ban me at some point. It's getting to that point. We thought Man on Fire was the problem, because he comes in here and trolls. You might have to be banning me pretty soon. All right. Time out my ass. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Christine. Oh, Christine, by the way, this is something really cool. Thank you so much for your acupuncture recommendation, and that you're an acupuncturist. JT's been getting acupuncture, and it's helping. It's helping your hands. So this is huge. All right. Anyways. All right. So, okay, so the dropped to the ground near the edge of the well and rolled in. So the ball's in the fucking well. The king's daughter followed it with her eyes as it sank, but the well was deep, so deep that the bottom could not be seen. So this is a deep motherfucking well, right? Then she began to weep because she's like probably some spoiled brat. She's like the youngest of the king's daughters, right? She's super pretty. The king's probably like spoiling her like hell. And then she's like sitting there like crying, oh my God, my ball's in the fucking well. It's the only thing that I do with my life because I have no creativity, and I've never had to overcome ever had to go through any adversity in life. So I never like developed any way to like actually be interesting. All I can do is throw a ball up and down, right? All right, so, she began to weep, and she wept and wept as if she could never be comforted, right? So she's just going to cry. She's some fucking crying girl, right? And in the midst of her weeping, she heard a voice saying to her, "What ails you, king's daughter? Your tears would melt a heart of stone." And when she looked to see where the voice came from, there was nothing but a frog stretching his thick, ugly head out of the water. "Oh, is it you, old waddler?" she said. "I weep because my golden ball has fallen into the well." "Never mind, do not weep," answered the frog. "I can help you. But what will you give me if I fetch you up your ball again?" So this frog wants something, man. He's like, it's like he could have just been a nice frog and be like, "Hey, no worries, I'll get you your ball," But now he's like, "No, you got to give me something. You got to give me something in return, and I'll get you your fucking ball." Like, that's kind of crazy. I mean, it really doesn't take much. If he's a frog and he's already in the well, like, how much work does it actually take to go down there and actually, get that ball? Like, why isn't he just like offer to do it? Everyone always wants something in return. It's like, dude, this frog just goes down there, gives her the fucking ball, and that's it. And then she'll just be happy and like thank him, and they can go their merry way. He doesn't need to get something out of it. Hey, Man on Fire's here, man. Good to see you. How you doing, friend? Good to see you. What's new with you? What's new with you, man? I hope life's going well. How's your dog doing? How's Caesar doing, man? Have you been giving him a lot of treats? By the way, how many treats do you give Caesar a day on average? I want to know this. This is serious. Also, does he have a weight condition? And also, what's the best type of food to give him? All right. We're doing some reading here. Oh, Parmenides makes an appearance. Oh, man. And my allergies are acting up. Holy shit. All right. By the way, just so you know, Parmenides is my cat. She's my fluffy fucking cat. I don't want to hurt her with my ring. I gotta take this off. She does not like being on stream too much. and I'm allergic to her. So now I'm going to be all itchy the rest of the stream. Because thanks a lot, Man on Fire. Much appreciated. Much appreciated for the for this redemption. All right, look at this little beauty. Look at this beautiful kitty we got here. Look at this pretty kitty. Yeah, this is my fluff ball. Her name is Parmenides. My favorite philosopher, his name is Parmenides. And so I named her Parmenides. And she's such a beautiful kitty. Look at this beautiful girl. What a good kitty. And she's tolerating being on stream. And my neck is starting to itch right now. And it doesn't feel good. And I do this for the fans, though. I do this for the fans. I'm like an OnlyFans guy, right? I do this for the fans. You can tell she's not very happy, though, right now. But, like, she's a good cat. She's such a good cat. Oh, I love this kitty so much. I love her. I love her so much. And I put her on my shoulder like this sometimes. And we do this, and we do this. And she just kind of hangs out. And she's like a little fluff ball, you know? A little fluff ball. Good girl. All right, good kitty. Here, you can go. Out. Good girl. All right, good kitty. You did so good. You did so good. All right. Oh. Okay. And yeah, now I will officially be itchy the rest of the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Man on Fire. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate the fact that I'm going to have an allergic reaction. By the way, if this gets all red, I think it's already starting to get a little red, then it's because of Man on Fire. I appreciate it, man. All right, so let's see. Where are we at in chat? You said, Man on Fire, you say you feed Caesar raw meat and veggies and eggs. Can you feed dogs raw meat? I don't know. Like, what if they have, like, what about, like, raw chicken? Can you give him, like, raw chicken? Or is it, that's got salmonella in that shit. He'll get sick and stuff. Or maybe dog stomachs can handle that stuff. All right. And you cook meals for him for dinner. Dude, that's intense. He eats good, man. I like that you give your dog good food. It's probably got a lot of protein, and it's not just that canned shit that we always give. I give my cat canned food, but that's what she likes. Hey, Sour Stash is here. Good to see you, friend. How you doing? Let's see. You always thought of having a cat, but you're allergic to cats. You won't last long in the same household. I was never allergic to cats, and then I got this cat, and then over the course of, like, the next few years, I developed allergies. So it's like, what am I going to do? It's just me and the cat living here. I'm not going to get rid of she's like my family. I'm not going to get rid of my cat now. So now I just, like, itch all the fucking time. So it's like, oh, great, great. I'm going to itch all the time. I'm not going to get rid of her, but it's just, and you can take allergy medication, but, like, I don't want to fuck around with that too much. I don't like taking medication. That's, like, a big thing for me. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have asthma attacks. I just get real itchy. Like, my face feels like, it feels like I have, like, a lot of dryness and shit behind my eyes. It's like sinus type stuff, and I get itchy and stuff like that, but I can always breathe. So that's good. All right. Let's see. Where else are we at now? I think we've caught up on everything. JT, you say you had 2 acupuncture sessions. Next one on Friday. Also doing physical therapy too. Hopefully with the combo, your hands will get better. Yeah, that is awesome. That is totally awesome. All right. Okay. All right. So where else are we at? I think we're pretty much caught up. Okay. Sour says you say attack. Yeah, no asthma attacks. Okay. All right. Cool. We're ready. We're ready to continue. So those of you who don't know, we're reading Grimm's Fairy Tales. We're reading The Frog Prince. And yeah, we're just at the beginning. Okay, so this chick's basically... let me give a recap. The chick, the king has 3 really hot daughters. The youngest of which is, like, super beautiful, and but she's, like, boring. She's super boring. All she does for her whole fucking life is take a golden ball and just throws it up and down, and just catches it. And then for some reason, she likes to hang out by a well while she's doing so, which doesn't make any sense because it's like, this is the only thing in my life that I enjoy. I'm gonna, like, really, I'm gonna put it by the well so it's, could fall in, which it does. And then then there's this frog in the fucking well, and this frog's like, hey, you know, I see you just you dropped your golden ball in here, and now you're crying, and like, you know, you can't get it out. But I'll tell you what, if you hook me up with something, then, you know, I'll get your golden ball. And I think that's bullshit. I think he should just do it out of the kindness of his heart. But this frog actually, you know, has an ulterior motive. He wants something. He wants something for it, right? Even though it would require like no work for a frog to get that ball. Okay, anyways. All right, here's what he says right here. He says, she says, whatever you like, dear frog, any of my clothes, my pearls, and jewels, or even the golden crown that I wear. Dude, she's willing to give a golden crown for this fucking ball? Like, that's crazy, man. She's gonna give the frog a golden crown? I mean, that's just out of control. That doesn't seem like a fair trade at all. Dude, if she's this princess, she could easily have all the king's men come in, and they could, you know, like send some fucking peasant down there, and like, you know, have him like scale down with like a ladder or like a rope or something, and he could go get the ball. Like, she doesn't have to give up her crown for that. That's madness. Who the fuck would do that shit? Yeah, Christine the Bean, that's totally ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous, right? I mean, I can't believe that shit, right? Okay, all right. Let's see, where else are we at here? Man on Fire, you say, and no olive oil, grass-fed beef. Oh, for your dog, yeah, for Caesar. Okay, all right. Anyways, the frog says, your clothes, your pearls, and your jewels, and your golden crown are not for me. But if you would love me and have me for your companion and playfellow, let me sit by you at table and eat your plate and drink your cup and sleep in your fucking bed? Dude, this frog wants to sleep with her. He wants to sleep in her bed. If you would promise me all of this, then I would dive below the water and fetch you your golden ball again. Dude, this frog's like, he's like, yeah, basically you gotta like bang me. He's like, this frog's like, I'll get your ball, but you gotta like, you know, sleep in the same bed with me. We gotta like have sex. This frog is propositioning her for sex. This is craziness. This is insane. And all he's gonna do is get this golden ball that she's just sitting there fucking throwing up and down. Like, if she's really like the most beautiful princess of this queen, like, I'm sure he's got like 100 golden balls that she can just take. Like, and now she's got to like have sex with this frog. This is crazy, man. Yeah, Aristotle, like, totally. You got to start strong. I guess you got to start strong in these negotiations. This is getting serious, man. This is getting really serious, dude. I mean, this is just a stupid fucking golden ball, and now she's gonna be the frog's gonna be sitting at her goddamn table. You know, he's gonna be fucking her. Like, this is insanity. This is complete insanity. Aristotle is my good buddy. He's a phenomenal streamer here on Twitch. He brings philosophy to the masses, and not just philosophy, because you know what? He's kind of like me. We're both philosophers, but he's got the PhD in philosophy, so he's got the big dick in philosophy. I only got the little dick in philosophy because I have a master's degree. Those of you who have an undergraduate degree in philosophy, you don't even have a dick. And you're not a woman either, so like, I don't know what that means. But anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this. Eris is like, he's like me in that he is a very relatable guy. You know, he says things in every man's language. He's kind of like Rousseau, right? He speaks to every man. You know, people can understand the guy. He's like an every man's philosopher. He just says it like it is, and you can. It's not just philosophy. You talk about anything in his chat, and you could be in his chat. You know, you'll be talking about like the most bizarre, crazy shit. You'll be talking about fucking metal. You'll be talking about partying. You'll be talking about you know, like whether or not like it's morally justified to you know, fucking kill someone, right? Or whether or not it's morally euthanasia is morally justified, or whether or not trans rights. You know, you'll be talking about anything in his chat. You know, it's good to go. It's good to go. But yeah, and he puts it in language that we understand. And it's like he was saying earlier I was watching his stream. You know, he can throw down. And here's the thing about Aristotle. And this is the thing about really tough men. And a lot of people don't know this. There's a lot of weaklings out there. There's a lot of men who they try to act tough, like in an academic setting, by using the verbiage, right? By basically saying, oh, the necessary and sufficient conditions of X are as such. And then that's just how they talk, like it's constant. It's like, but you have not satisfied condition 3, blah, 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 and it's just like no one even understands what you're saying unless you're an academic, philosopher, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's just like bored and fucking leaves. But no, Eris puts things in words that his students can understand and that just the lay people can understand. And he still gets the point across. And there was a famous philosopher, I forget who it was, or maybe not even a philosopher, famous person who said, you don't really understand a subject unless you can explain it to like a 5-year-old kid and your grandmother, right? So if you can, I think I just spit on my fucking screen. There we go. If you can explain a concept to a 5-year-old kid and your grandmother, then you truly understand the subject. And Eris is great at that. So anyways, check him out. Drop him a follow. He's a good dude. Okay. All right. Where are we at here in chat? Oh, man. Talking about Christine the Bean. You're talking about your older sister's dog. I can't handle. I don't want to hear anything more about dogs. We've had too much dog talk today. It was all about Man of Fire's dog. Now it's your dog. I mean, Eris has got an awesome dog, but like I don't want to like go into the dog talk today. All right. Where else are we at here? I already brought the cat out. You missed it, Eris. Man of Fire redeemed the Parmenides makes an appearance redemption. So now my neck is all itchy and shit because I had her up on my neck and she was hanging out in the camera. All right. Eris, you say many thanks. That was generous, dude. You're a good dude, man. And dude, I didn't know you visited Noger, man. When you went to NYC, I didn't know you visited Noger. You ever come to Chicago, man? You can visit me, man. We'll fucking, you can stay here, man. You can stay here. You can crash on my pad, dude. I got a spare bedroom, man. You're welcome in my home, dude. So keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind. And I don't say that for everyone. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. All right. Christine means to Agni. Need to try acupuncture for your allergies. Maybe. Like I don't know. I need to try acupuncture for a lot of things. Most prominently, probably like the fact that I'm so like eccentric, right? But then I might be boring, right? I might be boring. They say like if you get like really calm and peaceful and like everything's just kind of good like this, like if you're like this chick in this book that's just like throwing the golden ball up and down, like nothing going on in her life. She's boring as fuck. Like who would want to watch her stream on Twitch, right? Would you watch some chick just like throw a golden ball up and down for like 6 years and then like it eventually like falls in a wall or in a well? But I mean, you would watch it if like she was talking with a frog, right? Because that's kind of exciting, right? Let's see. Man of Fire, you say acupuncture is a demonic practice. Dude, it's not a demonic practice. By the way, Man of Fire, Christine the Bean is a licensed acupuncturist. She studied in China, dude, and it's not demonic, dude. I've had acupuncture, like she'll come over, I'll get naked, and she'll give me acupuncture, man. Seriously, all the spots. She's never stuck needles in my dick though, which is good. So that's important because I don't really want needles in my dick. I mean, Eris, would you want needles in your dick? I mean, it doesn't sound appealing to me. Like, some of my friends have had the piercings on their dick, and I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem natural. They've had the Prince Albert, right? And then here's the thing: if you get the Prince Albert, then you have dual streams for life. Can you imagine that? Dual streams for life? It's like you're just trying to piss in the toilet and like you're splattering everywhere, man. It's like, dude, like what the fuck? You have to install a urinal in your goddamn home, man. I can't handle that, dude. It's just not natural, dude. Man, if I used to say Agni just needs prayer. Prayer is, by the way, okay, in all seriousness, prayer is very important to me. Prayer is super important to me, and Manify, you are right. At the end of the day, meditation, prayer, anything that allows you to connect with the peace and love within you and help others in your world is actually super important. And I say that with the utmost sincerity and genuineness, because it's true. It's what I believe. Guided meditations are always going to be the focus of this channel, right? But, I use absurdist humor to lure the people. I use chess, to help lure in everyone. And also, you learn some cool shit from chess, and then philosophy's got a tremendous amount of value, and same with chess, I guess. But the absurdist humor and like me just, spouting my mouth off, Chicago style, that's just, more just to get people in so they can have exposure to something that's going to be beneficial and help them out. Because if I was just sitting here like, all right, everyone, now we're going to meditate, and everything is just like this. If I was like that, you'd fucking walk out the door, man. I got to meet you halfway. That's my philosophy. All right, anyways, let's see. Aristotle, can you stick a needle on a needle? I think it's not possible for you. Can you stick a needle on a needle? Oh, all right. I think I see where you're going with this. But this is a motherfucking child stream, Eris. This is a motherfucking child stream. All right. This is a 12 and under stream, all right? So just be very careful with your word usage. I don't want any motherfucking 12-year-old to hear this fucking shit, all right? You got to, you're sitting here coming out all obnoxious. Your fucking like nephews and nieces are sitting here in my stream. They're sitting here in my stream, and you're saying all this absurd fucking shit. All right. Anyways, K-Rob, you say it's like being a woman. I don't know what you mean. She would need to pee for camping. Yeah, right. Exactly, right. If you get a needle in your dick, I mean, and remember, this is a child stream. This is only for children. So all adults must leave right now. That's my requirement. All adults must leave. Only the 12 and under's got to stay, right? By the way, if there's anyone like from Twitch watching, like who's like in charge of things, I'm just kidding, right? For liability purposes. I don't know how that works. I know I'm too small of a streamer for anyone to give a fuck. But anyways, let's get back to serious business. We have serious business to discuss here tonight. Things are getting real. And Chicago style, man. This is how we do it, Chicago style. Man on Fire, you say it's the same with yoga. See, Man on Fire, I want to bring you around. Dude, I practice yoga hardcore, and another one of your good buddies, man, Zwar333. We're gonna give him a big shout out. Zwar. Zwar. 333. He practices yoga too, dude. You have respect for me and Zwar, man. And we're both yogis, dude. Come on, you have to admit there is some good value in yoga. There's some good value in acupuncture. I know you were raised in a conservative Christian household, but you got to get over that, man. You got to break through to the next level, dude. I'm gonna come over to your place and we're gonna eat a large dose of mushrooms together, and I am gonna fucking open your third eye, man. You're not gonna believe what's gonna happen, dude. After that, you're going to be like, Agni, I understand every single thing you're talking about now, man. That's just what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, dude. You're going to be driving in that Tesla, dude. You're going to be, well, actually, you shouldn't drive when you're on shrooms, but you're going to be in the Tesla. You're going to be thinking you're driving. You're not going to be moving, but you're going to be seeing through God's eye. Like right here, your third eye, man, is going to be open. It's going to be wide open, man. All right. That's how it goes. Okay. You redeemed hydrate. Another hat, dude. You have more hats off redemptions than anyone in the fucking world. Give me 1 second, man. All right, here we go. How's this look for me? How's this look? Does this look good? Is this a good look for me? Hold on, I gotta fix the cam because it's blurry. So there, and then there. All right, and here we go. Here's Agni James. You're not used to seeing me like this, right? This is how it is. I'm representing Cubs, man. All right, so anyways. So yeah. So basically, here. I think it's supposed to be more like this. So yeah. So here's the situation. Here's the fucking situation. Here's the fucking situation. Yeah. This is a Cubs hat. Absolutely. Hell yes. You gotta represent. And I don't know. I think we do it more like. I think it's more to this side in Chicago. I think yeah. This is more appropriate. But I kind of like this though. I'm kind of digging this feeling today. By the way, the Cubs are doing good this year. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the Cubs are doing good? They're hitting. Their hitting has been good. Their pitching has been good. I mean, this is serious shit, right? Dude, this looks weird. I'm not used to wearing hats. Holy shit! I gotta give myself another. Hold on a second. We gotta get this thing fit. This is not a fitted hat, as you can tell. I actually kind of look good. That's kind of surprising. Well, I always look good. So what the fuck are we talking about? All right, so we got the hat. Dude, man on fire. You keep redeeming everything. Holy shit. All right, I got to stretch out now. We got to do some stretching. And by the way, Eris, this is for you, man. You do not do enough stretching. You're always a stationary, man. Stretching is so important. Like think about animals. Think about your dog. Think about Lola. Lola's always stretching. Animals stretch. Cats stretch. Dogs stretch, right? You should have a stretch redeem. It's so important for your body, man. Seriously. It's so important because when you sit in a state, our bodies were not made to sit in a static state for a long period of time. Our body, over the course of evolutionary history, human beings are supposed to be either laying down or they're supposed to be walking or running or standing. They're not supposed to be sitting in a chair. That's not good. It puts too much strain on your lower back because all your weight is on the base of your spinal column, right? So you got to stretch, all right? So anyways, here's how I do it. I have like a whole thing of moves that I do, stuff like this, right? And you can feel the fucking energy going, right? You get going and it's like you just feel all that shit, it's fucking ready for this shit, man. I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready. Gotta stretch it out a little bit. Someone clip that fucking shit. And that's how we do it Chicago style. Hats off to me. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Woo! And look at this. My head is marked now. So that's all the channel redemptions. There we go. We got most of the channel redemptions in already. And I need some water. But yeah, stretching is a good idea. All right, we got to finish Grimm's Fairy Tales. And I got to put this back on. Nice ring. I got this from my buddy Jason Denali. He made all my amazing emotes. Let me show them right now. Just like that. All right. Oh, man on fire. You got the clip. All right. Excellent, man. Demonic, you called it. It's not demonic, dude. There's nothing demonic about it, man. Come on. Let me see. Let's watch the clip again. Hold on a second. There is nothing demonic about it at all. Let's see. We need to go to copy. And then I need to load it up here. There we go. Okay, and then we need to get the volume all the way up. There's always like so many moves you got to do. All right, so you should all be able to hear this now. By the way, you should all be able to hear this. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Let's do this Chicago style. Stuff like this, right? And you can feel the fucking energy going, right? You get going and it's like you just feel all that shit, it's
Fucking ready for this shit, man. I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready. You know, stuff like this, right?
Oh man, is this really where we're at in this world? Is this really where we're at? All right. But yeah, and by the way, I think we're in the reading fun category. So like all these people are just like, hey, we're just here to read the book. We're here to read a book, and like they stumble in this. Can you imagine stumbling in this? Like when you're ready to read a book? they're winding down for the night. These people are literally winding down for the night. They're like, oh, Grimm's Fairy Tales. I'm gonna listen to a little Grimm's Fairy Tales in a very calm voice, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. These people are gonna be fucking up like for the rest of their lives now and shit, dude. Oh man, this is rough, dude. Dude, life is getting rough, dude. Eris, can you imagine me and Floppy Jimmy, dude? I think we would have a good connection, dude. I think his personality and my personality would mesh pretty well, man. I don't know, dude. And by the way, you were funny as fuck when you were on that hotline, man. You know how to work it perfectly, dude. Your interactions with him are so good. You're so good at reading the room. You're so good at knowing like all the different people in the room and like their personalities. Holy, oh fuck. God damn it, I spilled some water. Give me a second here. All right. I didn't spill the whole glass this time though, which is good, but I just want to make sure it's off all the wood. You know, you don't want water on the wood. It's okay if there's a little water on the wall, but you don't want water on the wood. Oh man, dude, like I'm like getting too excited over here, dude. I'm like spilling water everywhere and shit, dude. What the fuck? This is getting. But you know what? The best part about spilling water is that then you can dust everything off really good, right? It's like good motivation to dust. It's like, oh well, the water's already spilled there, so now I'm just gonna dust everything. And let's see what's going there. Get all that clean. Yep. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That was not a bad spill. Oh, I got some water on my Kurt Vonnegut book. By the way, have any of you ever read this? Sirens of Titan? Any of you ever read this? It's a good, I don't know if any of you are into Vonnegut out there, but it's a quality read. Kurt Vonnegut is a talented author from did a lot of his writing in like the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, I think, or some shit like that. I don't know. But I read the book years ago. I haven't read it since, and yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Okay, there's still some water over here now. Yeah, fucking water. Now that water has some lime juice in it, so hopefully it won't like ruin my wood. Yeah, let's make sure it's all. I don't want any water sitting puddles of water over here. Yeah, people just. Okay. I almost shut down OBS Studios. That would have been interesting. I almost just ended the stream. All right. Well, that was good. We got to get back to Grimm's Fairy Tales now. What are we doing? What the fuck are we even doing here? I think this is all Man on Fire's fault. Let's see. Aristotle, you said you've never read that one. Vonnegut was the U of Chicago. I didn't know that. You're not even from Chicago and you knew that shit, dude. Vonnegut, yeah, he's a big name in sci-fi. He's written a lot of great shit. Cat's Cradle. Sirens of Titan, Slaughterhouse-5. He was also in the war. He was in the war. He was in Dresden when they did that bombing. And this is a cool story. So those of you who don't know, I think Eris, correct me if I'm wrong. Dresden was a city in Germany, and there was like this major prison camp underground. Like they kept all the prisoners underground, and I believe the whole city got like burned to the fucking ground. Except all the prisoners who were underground like survived because they were like away from all the smoke. They were underground, you know. So like they just waited for the smoke to clear and then they were able to get up. But yeah, he was in there. So like he wrote a book called Slaughterhouse-5, and it's very talks a lot about stuff like that. Okay, let me close the door and then we'll get back to reading. This is going to be one of these nights. All right, this is going to be one of these nights. Okay, all right. Grimm's Fairy Tales. Christine the Bean, you say, did your shirt get wet? I think you need to take my shirt off. Well, that would be a channel redemption, and I've already done almost every channel redemption today. It's a lot. All right. Okay. Anyways, so this girl's throwing the ball up and down. She drops it in. The frog's like, "I'll get it for you, but you have to do some shit for me." All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the frog's like, yeah, if you promise all of this, so basically the frog's like, if you promise you'll fuck me, then I will dive below the water and fetch you your golden ball again. So this frog's trying to get fucked by this chick, right? And she's like, oh yes, she answered, I will promise it all, whatever you want, if only you will get me my ball again. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. This frog is pretty intense, dude. This frog, it looks like he's going to be banging this beautiful princess pretty soon. Oh yes, she answered. Oh no, okay. Then she said, but she thought to herself, what nonsense he talks, as if he could do anything but sit in the water and croak with the other frogs, or could possibly be anyone's companion. Okay, so she's sneaky as fuck. She's sneaky as fuck, right? Did this really get redeemed? Oh, did this really get fucking redeemed? All right. Let's get everything set though. We got to get everything fucking set. We're going to edit the stream info now. Shirtless stream it'll be called. If I can spell. How do you spell shirt? Shirt. Oh, it's my keyboard's not working. That's what's going on. Shirtless. God, come on, keyboard. See, the microphone fucking jams the signal because it's a wireless. Shirtless stream. Grimm's. Fairy Tales. All right, here we fucking go. Let's fucking do this shit. Fucking do this shit Chicago style. Fucking ready with the shit. Okay. All right, we're fucking ready. We're fucking ready with this shit. All right. Okay, here we go. Shirtless stream. Eris's shirtless streams are 25,000 channel points. Mine are more expensive. Mine are 50,000 more 50,000 channel points. So that it's just a little bit of a difference. It's a little bit of a difference, but that's just how it goes. All right. Shirtless stream. Here we fucking go. Let's do this shit. Okay. Anyways, oh, now you're a dreaming stretch. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we gotta have a cool down on stretch. No more stretching today. All right. Here we. All right. Here, let's put this one too on while we're at it. All right. We'll put this one on too while we're at it. Oh fuck! Can I just finish the story? Can I just finish the goddamn story? Everyone's out of control. Everyone's out of fucking control. Someone clip that shit maybe. I don't know. All right. I just want to finish the story. You know? All right. So basically the chick's just like, she's promising the frog everything, but the frog's like, but then in the back of her mind, she's like, I'm not going to give this frog shit. He's not going to fuck me, right? All right. Okay. So. All right. But the frog, as soon as he heard her promise, drew his head under the water and sank down out of sight. But after a while, he came to the surface again with the ball in his mouth, and he threw it on the grass. Okay, so the frog kept his word. The frog is like a legitimate good frog, kept his word, went down, got the ball, and gave it to her. The king's daughter was overjoyed to see her pretty plaything again, and she caught it up and ran off with it. So she's like super happy. She's like, dude, fuck yeah, frog. You know, I got the ball, and then she just takes off, right? Stop, stop, cried the frog. Take me up too. I cannot run as fast as you. But it was of no use, for croak, 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 after her as he might, she would not listen to him. Instead, she hastened home and very soon forgot all about the poor frog who had to betake himself to his well again. So she just ditched the frog. I knew this was going to happen, right? She's just like, she's just like, okay, frog, thanks for getting me the golden ball, but I'm not going to fuck you. But you know what? The frog was being kind of fucking jealous, or being kind of an asshole anyway. He's like, yeah, I'll get you your ball, like if you fuck me. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, dude. This has not even been in right. This is there. That's better. That's fucking better. All right. Anyways. Okay, here we go. The next day, when the king's daughter was sitting at table with the king and all the court and was eating from her golden plate, there came something pitter-patter up on the marble stairs. And then there came a knocking at the door and a voice crying, "King's youngest daughter, let me in." And she got up and ran to see who it could be, but when she opened the door, there was the frog sitting outside. Then she shut the door hastily and went back to her seat, feeling very uneasy. So this frog's like, "Hey, you said you'd fuck me. You said I could eat at your table. You better fulfill your obligation." And by the way, Eris, man, this is important in ethics, man. People talk about fulfilling obligations, right? This is a very important notion in ethics. About if you make a promise, like society is will fall apart if people don't fulfill their obligations, right? Okay, but anyways, the king noticed how quickly her heart was beating and said, "My child, what are you afraid of? Is there a great standing at the door ready to carry you away? Or is there a giant standing? Is there a giant standing at the door ready to carry you away?" "Oh no," answered she, "no giant, but a horrid frog." "And what does the frog want?" asked the king. "Oh, dear father," answered she, "I was sitting by the well yesterday playing with my golden ball, and it fell into the water. And while I was crying for the loss of it, the frog came and got it again for me on condition I would let him be my companion. I never thought that he could leave the water and come after me, but there he is now outside the door, and he wants to come into me." And by the way, what do you think of that accent? I think it's pretty terrible, but, we do what we can. Eris, yeah, you're right. You got to keep your promises, man. My word is my life, right? My word is my fucking life. That's kind of what I live by. All right. And then they all heard him knocking the second time and crying, "King's youngest daughter, open to me. By the well water, what promised you me? King's youngest daughter, now open to me." "That which you have promised must you perform," the king said sternly. "So go now and let him in." So the king's taking the frogs back. That's crazy, dude. The king is but you know what? He's a man of honor. He's a man of respect. You can tell this king has integrity. So she went and opened the door and the frog hopped in, following at her heels till she reached her chair. Then he stopped and cried, "Lift me up to sit by you." But she delayed doing so until the king ordered her. So the king's basically like, yeah, you got to fulfill your shit. He's probably pissed. He's probably like this, she's sitting there throwing a golden ball up and down over and over. She's spoiled, she's just getting by on her good looks. I mean, the king's probably like, yeah, frog, tell her what's up, All right. "Now push your plate a little nearer so that you may eat together." All right. So now they're going to eat together. And so she did, but everybody could see how unwilling she was. And the frog feasted heartily, but every morsel seemed to stick in her throat. So she's like really uneasy. She doesn't even want to swallow her food, right? "I've had enough now," said the frog at last, "and as I am tired, you must carry me to your room and make ready your silken bed, and we will lie down and go to sleep." Dude, so this frog's basically saying, "All right, I've eaten enough. Now let's go fuck." That's crazy, dude. How do you even fuck a frog? That's not even possible. All right. Anyways, then the king's daughter began to weep and was afraid of the cold frog. whom nothing would satisfy, but he must sleep in her pretty clean bed. So now the king grew angry with her and said, what you have promised in your time of necessity, you must now perform. So the king's all about it, man. Maybe he's going to videotape this shit. Who knows? Who knows how this shit's going to go down? This is getting serious. This is getting, yeah. JT, you're right. You're a convincing princess, right? You know, she was a convincing princess, right? All right. Anyways, so she picked up the frog with her finger and thumb, carried him upstairs, and put him in a corner. And when she had laid him down to sleep, he came creeping up, saying, I am tired and want sleep as much as you. Take me up, or I will tell your father. All right, so this frog is no joke. He's got her. He's got her by the balls, right? He's basically saying, hey, if you don't fucking let me sleep in your bed, I'm gonna tell the king. Then she felt beside herself with rage, and picking him up, she threw him with all her strength against the wall, crying, now will you be quiet, you horrid frog? So she just fucking took the frog who got her golden ball and just whipped him across the fucking wall as hard as she could, like 90 miles an hour. She fucking wound up and just whipped that frog against the wall. That's crazy. That's not very like grateful, you know? Holy shit. But then again, you got to think about it this way. The frog just got the golden ball. That's not like a big deal, dude. You know, but at the same time, there was an agreement. You know, I mean, I don't know. This kind of reminds me of like in the legal system, right? In the legal system, right? Let's say there's like some really bad agreement made, you know, and it's maybe even in writing between two parties. Sometimes a judge will overturn it. It's like with payday loan places, right? A lot of payday loan places they'll have this agreement in writing where it's like, okay, you got to pay 200% interest, right? And it's like fucking insane, but people will sign it because they're desperate, you know, and then like they'll fucking they'll have to deal with this 200% loan. But then if you ever take them to court, the judge will just look at it and be like, no, this is absurd. This is absurd. The mafia doesn't even charge 200%, you know, and so the judge will just throw the shit out and make it such that the person doesn't have to pay the 200%. So it's like, I don't know. I see both their perspectives is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's see. And when she had laid him down to sleep, he came creeping up saying, oh no, we already went to that part. All right. But as he fell, he ceased to be a frog and became all at once a prince with beautiful, kind eyes. So she whipped the frog against the wall and he turned into a prince. All right. I didn't see that coming. And it came to pass that with her father's consent, they became bride and bridegroom. And he told her how a wicked witch had bound him by her spells and how no one but she alone could have released him, and that they would go together to his father's kingdom at once. But that doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would throwing him against the wall turn him into a prince? You would think like kissing him or something would turn him into a prince, or like being kind to him, or like fulfilling her obligation. But when she like whipped him against the wall, that turned him into a prince? No, that's just inconsistent with the rest of the story. And there came to the door a carriage drawn by 8 white horses with white plumes on their heads and with golden harness, and behind the carriage, faithful Henry, the servant of the young prince, was standing. Now faithful Henry had suffered such care and pain when his master was turned into a frog that he had been obliged to wear 3 iron bands over his heart to keep it from breaking with trouble and anxiety. When the carriage started to take the prince to his kingdom, and faithful Henry had helped them both in, he got up behind and was full of joy at his master's deliverance. So this dude hasn't even seen his master in forever. His master got turned into a frog. This guy's been devastated, and now he sees his master and he's like a human again. He's like, wow, this is fucking great. You know, this is like the best thing that's ever happened. And when they had gone part of the way, the prince heard a sound at the back of the carriage as if something had broken, and turned around and cried, Henry, the wheel must be breaking. But Henry answered, the wheel does not break. 'Tis the band round my heart, that to lessen its ache, when I grieved for your sake, I bound round my heart. Again, and yet once again, there was the same sound, and the prince thought it must be the wheel breaking. But it was the breaking of the other bands from faithful Henry's heart, because it was now so relieved and happy. His heart was relieved and happy because the prince is like no longer a frog. And that's fucking it? Did I miss a page? Like what? All right, that's the worst fucking story I've ever read in my life. Fuck that shit. What the hell is that? What the fuck is that? That's absurd. So you just got the guy's servant, like, who's fucking, his necklace or whatever is breaking it because it's around his heart or whatever, like, and that's how you end it? That's how you fucking end it because the servant is happy? Who the fuck writes a story like that? The Brothers Grimm, really, they fucking choked on that one. That's like a 1.76 out of 10. Come on, man. Jesus. Like, if you're gonna write, I mean, all their other stories are good. Like, what the hell was that? I'm pretty fucking pissed off, to be honest. Like, everything else, pretty much everything else we've read in here was good. That was just, that was a fucking joke. I can't believe this shit, you know? I can't believe this shit. That was like the worst story I've ever heard in my life. It makes no sense. So basically, you got a king with 3 hot chicks, 3 hot daughters, right? The youngest of one is like the most beautiful, right? And all she does is throw a fucking golden ball up and down all day because she's probably fucking retarded or something. She's just sitting there throwing the golden ball up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Her sisters are like, "What are you doing?" We're like out like getting laid, having fun, like cruising around the town. And she's just like, "No, I'm just going to throw this golden ball up and down because I'm fucking retarded," right? So anyways, and then she's like standing by a well on top of it. It's like, duh, you know, why not fucking consider like standing like not by a well where your ball's going to fucking land in the goddamn water, right? And then it falls in the water, and there's like some weird frog that's just hanging out in the water. And then the frog's conniving. He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll get you the ball if it's a conditional, you know, if you do this for me, then I will do this for you, right? If then, right? If then statements are important. Eris knows all about if then statements, right? You know, we know all about that shit, you know, conditionals. We know all about this shit, right? If you do this, then this will happen, right? You know, throw that fucking arrow, right? You know, if X, then Y, right? If you fucking go get me the golden ball, then you have to have me eat at your fucking table and all that shit, right? And fuck me, right? That's craziness, dude. This is such a bad story. But anyways, then the frog comes up and he's like, "Hey, you know, you got to respect like your fucking obligation to me." So she's like, and she doesn't even want to do it, but the king's like, "Yep, you got to do it." And then she's like forced to let the frog eat with her, and then the frog's like, "All right, now you got to fuck me." And she's like, "No, that's too much." And she takes the frog and whips him against the wall, and then the frog like turns into a prince. Like, what? Why would whipping a frog against the wall turn him into a prince? Does anyone understand this shit? Christine, you say, did something get lost in the translation? No, like nothing got lost in the translation. That's just really bad. That's just a really bad story. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think the Brothers Grimm were like on fucking crack when they wrote that shit. Yeah, I don't understand it either. And yeah, Christine, you could totally write better than that. Any one of us could write a better story than that. Okay. Let's play some chess. All right. This is getting a little ridiculous. By the way, we got to go to the chess category. We got to go to the chess category because I'm very concerned about being in the appropriate categories. All right, we're doing the shirtless stream. We're doing shirtless chess. This is getting intense. All right. My keyboard still is having mixed signals about everything. All right, there we go. Bam. Okay. All right, we're ready for some chess. Those of you who don't know, my name is Agni James, and I am a chess instructor IRL, and I am training. I've been training for the last month for the Chicago Open. So, yeah, it's chess. It's a chess tournament, the biggest chess tournament in the Midwest every year. I'm going to be playing in it, and so yeah, we're going to go from there. Let's play some shirtless chess. All right. All right, here we go. Lee chess. So let's get it all lined up. All right, and there's that. And then we got to go to window capture, and we got to fuck around a little bit. It doesn't want to give it. It doesn't want me to do what I want it to do. So I got to like do this and this and this and this and this. And let's get some Doom music on while we're playing, by the way. I think it's a little more exciting, right? I'll turn it down because that's probably too loud for everyone. Yeah. How's that? Is that better? Can everyone hear that good? We're going to play some chess. All right. I won 23 in a row last time I was fucking around with it, so... Let's get the chest loaded up. All right, we should be able to get this going in just momentarily. There we go. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay, so yeah, this could be a grandmaster. This could be a complete noob, right? I have no idea how good this person is, but we'll see how this goes. All right, we'll play a few games and then we'll do some guided meditation because you gotta actually have the good shit in there too. You gotta have the holistic good meditation. All right, let's see if he plays E4. I'm playing my Sicilian defense right here. What's he gonna play? E4. There we go. Looking to play this. If he play, okay, so he's doing the closed variation. All right, this is the closed. Usually they play D4. All right, so this is closed. All right, so this is all fine. Bring out the bishop. This is all standard. I think there's something different about the closed variation. I think I gotta push. I gotta make A6 early. I believe that's the deal with the closed variation. Or maybe I just push out here now. No, I think we do A6 early. I got a castle too. Oh wait, the bishop's supposed to be out here actually. This guy's not playing it correct. All right, so yeah, we're pushing. But then where's my knight going? Let's see. Let me think about this for a second. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to push, but then he's got this push. And normally my knight would come here and I would have 1, 2, 3 attackers on the pawn and I'd win the pawn. But because he played this move, I can't hop the knight in there. So I gotta be a little more cautious. Okay, we're just gonna stop the break. Unless there's something else I can do now. We're just going with this line. This is not the hyper accelerated dragon. This is the accelerated dragon. All right. So he's looking to push out on the king side and create some problems on the king side, which is fine. All right. So all right, I'm gonna hop in here. I'm hopping in. All right, he takes, I take. Where's this knight gonna go? Maybe back over here? This knight doesn't have many squares. Yeah, it doesn't have any good squares. All right. So let's see. Let's throw some punches. We're going to throw some punches right now. All right. Notice I'm hitting this. Also, I have another defender for this. He might play this, or he might try to block or bring his knight out to block. But then, in which case, I push, and then when the piece moves, then I can snag here. I can snag this pawn. All right. Okay, so he's defending with the rook, which is fine. This knight's got to get more active. I want to reroute the knight here and then here. But actually, no. Let's throw a punch at the knight first. All right. So we're punching the knight because when the rook moved over, it relieved defense of the knight, right? All right. So now we do this. Now this knight, he can't hop here because he'll lose the pawn, right? Because take. So now he's going to lose a pawn. Take, and then take. And then now notice I'm also on the rook right here. So he's got a threat he's got to deal with. I have the bishop pair, which is very strong. Bishop pair is very strong. All right. Let's see what else we got going here. So he wants to trade bishops, which is fine. I want to do it like this, such that when he takes, my queen recaptures, and I'm still on the rook. And he's got to take. He's got to take the bishop. I don't know what he's thinking about. Yeah, he's got to take, dude. I'm on the rook, so he might play like this, right? That's probably, or he's going to move the rook over. Let's see what else we got going here. I want to get this. Yeah, okay, yeah, I want to. Yeah, he pushed the pawn. So I have ideas of starting to push up on the queen side, but I'm looking more to break. Actually, yeah, this is a really powerful break. Notice how he's not castled. And he doesn't want to castle this way because his pawns are all like that, right? So they're all far advanced. So there's going to be a lot of air around his king. So he's looking. So he doesn't have, and he moved this rook so he can't castle. So basically, Yeah, I want to go after his. I want to go after his king. All right, so he's throwing a punch down here. That doesn't really do much at all, because I'm looking to push out here anyway. Everything's defended. Everything's looking nice. I want to break all this shit open eventually. So right now this bishop's on this pawn, but my queen's defending it too. So I want to swing this rook over here. All right, you want your rooks in line with the queens, because then once the pawns get traded off, your rook's hitting the queen, right? So now he could do something like this and then force me away from defense of this pawn and win a pawn, but I'm not too concerned about that. I can always take en passant also. I'm looking to get this push in. All right. Everything's good. How are we doing here in chess? We're doing good? All right, so let's see. What did he do? So he brought his bishop down, which does not do much at all, from my understanding. All right, so we're pushing. Notice, remember again, the position of this rook with the queen. This is going to be crucial. This is going to be crucial. If he takes, I take, then I get this file. If he takes, you know, same thing. Take. I'll be on E4 just like that, hitting the queen. So yep, take. Also notice my queen is in line with the king. So if this pawn ever gets traded off, like if he pushes a pawn, it will hit with check, which is pretty badass. All right, so he's trying to close the structure. This bishop does not have many squares it can go though. So check this out. I can play this, and now where's this fucking bishop gonna go? He's got to back up, and then I break through here. I break through here, which is badass, right, with my rook. Yeah, it's looking good. Oh, what? He's just gonna sack. So now this guy's just in sack mode. All right, this guy's fucked. He's just sacking material. He's gonna bring his queen over, and he's gonna try to come down here and deliver checkmate. But I have a million ways to stop that, so it doesn't matter. He's gonna, yeah, so he goes there. It's like, what does this check even do? I come here, then maybe he brings his rook like, no, he can't even go here. He's got this check, and then I run here, and then he's got nothing. He's got literally fucking nothing. All right, so now the question is, how do I want to continue? I got this push opening up this check on the queen. This is a little more straightforward, I think. Yeah. Because it defends the rook, right? He's on the rook. Now look, he'll come down here and be like, oh, I got a check, right? And then I just move my king here. And then he's got nothing. We need the music up a little bit. On my end, I guess, at least. It's probably good for you guys. We got to get back to chess, though. We got to get back to chess. All right, so here we go. All right. By the way, could you all see that, or was I like hallucinating? Were you just looking at Doom music the whole time? All right. So we got this idea. Let's get my my rook to a very active square. I'm throwing a punch at the queen. All right. And now he's looking to come in with this stupid threat again, which doesn't do anything. So let's all right, let's just push up. I like the fact that I'm on the rook, even though it's currently defended. I am on the rook. He's got this stupid check that does nothing. I also have ideas of maybe pushing the rook up here. All right, so yeah, he's just going in defense mode. Now I could force a queen trade, right? Hitting the king and the queen, and you want to do that when you're up material. I'm up a shit ton of material, so it's usually a good idea to do that kind of stuff. I just got to see if there's anything better. In chess, it's important to always look for the best possible move, not just a good move. You want the best move. All right. I think this push idea is good, because look at his king in relation to my queen. If he takes, I take with check.
if he moves, all right, yeah, we're going with, if he takes here, wait, I push, he takes here, I check. Yeah, this is devastating. This is fucking pure devastation right here. He might just take, right? But then I got this idea. Forking the king and the rook. Because notice that my rook is giving defense of this. Alright, so he's going in for that. Alright, I want to keep the pressure on. So now let's see. I got this check. Then he's only got one move. Then I can even sneak my queen in here, looking to deliver a checkmate right here. I think I have a checkmate. Let's see. Check. Alright, we got a check right here. Let's do it. Check. He's only got one move. Then I'm coming here. Hold on. I just heard a something going on in the chat. What do we got going on in there in the chat? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. We're doing a shirtless stream today because someone redeemed a channel redemption. My name is Agni James, Cog777. Welcome in. We have a good community. I do primarily guided meditation, but I also am into metal, and I also am a chess instructor IRL, so we do chess streams. And I also have a master's in analytic philosophy. So, so we do philosophy streams as well. Philosophy of mind, philosophy of science, and metaphysics. So I'm looking to beat him right here. I don't think he has a way to stop this. Does he have any way to stop this? It doesn't look like it. I mean, he's got this stupid check, but then I just take, right? How can he stop this shit? If he takes over here, it's mate. It's just mate in one. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, this is game over. I could even pre-move it here if I wanted, but I don't like pre-moving checkmates, just in case I don't see something. But anyways, yeah. So what's going on? Cog777, man, how you been? What's new? Where are you from? What part of the world are you from? And also, what is your preferred pronoun? What is your preferred pronoun, brother? And we're playing the Doom Eternal soundtrack. It's a pretty badass soundtrack. Okay, so this guy just left. This guy just completely rage quit. He left. So I can claim victory in 4 seconds, and that's what I'm going to do because I have a checkmate in 1 right here. All right, bam, just like that. All right, cool. All right, so that was good. We're 1 for 1 today. We'll play another game or two, and then we'll do some guided meditation. That's the way it's going to work out tonight. All right. Let's fucking rock this shit. That was a quick game. JT and Christine, how are you holding up? Eris, how are you holding up too? I hope you guys are holding up well. I hope you, yeah, all right. We're all good. We're all good here. All right, so we're playing Sicilian. Let's see what, okay. He's playing this line, so I'm going to take. I'm looking to play this. Hyper accelerated dragon, you want to get this in quick. And take, he'll develop the knight. Then I can either play this or drop back. I prefer to drop back right here. So we'll see how this goes. He could push too. It's another line. I got to work on this line a little bit. The idea is you challenge it if he pushes eventually. All right. Oh, he's going in for this. This is a little more unique. All right. So in this situation, I think I believe. Let's see. What do I do here? I think I just developed the knight. Or is there a tactic? Yeah, I just developed the knight. The cool thing is he already moved his bishop, and he didn't move it here, so now I don't have to worry as much about this pin. This bishop coming here and pinning the knight to the king. All right, so he's going in for some of these cheap tricks. I could force a queen trade, right? Check, and then maybe knight blocks, and then take. But I don't really want to do that. This knight can't currently move. I'm going to put the bishop right here in line with the queen, such that whenever I move this knight somewhere, my bishop will be attacking his queen. It's called a discovered attack. As soon as this knight moves. Okay, so he took right there. He took right there, which does not work because I have this idea. And notice he cannot take with the queen because my bishop's on it. And if he takes with the knight, I win the queen. So he's already lost. This guy's toast. All right. So I won. Okay. Well, I guess he's not toast, but I have a very strong center, and he's got fuck all. All right. Let's see. How else do I want to to take advantage of the situation. Notice this, when I move this bishop, it's going to open up an attack on this pawn. So let's do this. I'm pinning the bishop to the queen such that this knight can't move because it's going to, then I'll be able to win his queen, right? So that's one thing. Also notice I'm opening up attack on this pawn. So I have 2 pieces attacking this bishop, which is huge, right? So if I take, okay, so he's going in for this, right? So I want to take like this. Now I'm going to fuck up his pawn structure over here. All right, so now his pawn structure is fucked up over here. So he's got double isolated pawns, which means he's not going to want to castle this way. And now I think I simply just fucking, hold on, let's see. If I take, he's got this idea, and then what do? I could come over here and pin it. No, I'll have 2 pieces. I'll have 2 pieces on this. Yeah, here we go. I have to watch out for checks over here though. So like I take, he's got this check that doesn't do much. I mean, I guess I just take here, and then he takes my knight, but that's fine. Bishops are more valuable than knights in a position like this anyway. Any other tactics on board? Check. Nah, nothing. We're just taking. All right, and he just left. Yeah, he couldn't handle it. GG, right? GG. And this is how you win in chess. This is how you do this shit. Oh, let's see. You can call you KO. It's shorter from. You're from the UK. Awesome. Yeah, one of my buddies who was here, DCI Banks. He was just here a little while ago. He's from the UK. Yeah, how you doing? KO? Oh, this guy's back. He actually didn't disconnect. All right, so he's going in for this line. So now let's see. How do I want to play this? I want to pin this bishop to the king. I think that's probably correct here. So the question is, do I want to move my king here or here? E6, E5 or E6. I don't want this check because then we got this kind of shenanigans. Actually, hold on. No, I don't want that because then he just develops. All right, we're gonna pin. We're just gonna pin it. And by the way, though, he's got this idea, but he can't do it because of the pin. He might try to bring his, no, he can't bring his queen out there. He's got this check though. Ooh, that's actually a little scary. Then I guess I got to bring the knight back. Notice the queen also cannot take the knight because of the bishop. All right, there you go. He left there. Yeah, I got him. All right. Yeah, and that's how we play chess, and that's how you do it, you know? You just fucking beat up your opponent, and then eventually they're done. Let's see, Cog777, you said you're from Leicester. Is it Leicester? Leicester? I don't know. I'm an ignorant American. I don't know shit about the rest of the world. It's either Leicester or Leicester. And you're doing great. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you're doing well. A little bit about me. My name's Agni James, and yeah, like I think I said it earlier. I have a master's in analytic philosophy, so we do philosophy streams. I'm a chess instructor. I do that as in real life. That's my job. And then I play competitively, and then I primarily run guided meditations. We were doing some readings, some Grimm's fairy tales on here earlier. We do all sorts of shit. Okay, so let me check out something real quick. I think we'll play one more game of chess, and then we will do some meditation. I think that's where we're at because it's already almost 1 o'clock my time, and I got to be up early for work tomorrow. So, all right, here we go. Let's do one more game of chess. All right, new opponent, and this is anonymous chess and Lee chess. So let's see. Are we gonna play hyper accelerated dragon? What do we got? Do we got e4? Do we got e4 coming? What do we got, buddy? Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, this guy's not even gonna move. He's not even gonna move. He's scared. This dude's too scared to even make a move. All right, we're gonna abort this game. We're gonna do a new one. All right, so I got the white pieces this game. All right, let's see how it goes. Queen's Gambit. Let's see if it's going to be Queen's Gambit accepted or declined. All right, it's declined. Queen's Gambit declined. Bishop's probably going to come here. Okay, so we got that. I push out here. Yep, we got one of these guys. Okay, we got one of these dudes. So take. All right, we got this line. I just got to make sure I'm playing this correctly. All right, so take. And then I'm going to take... This is interesting. Do I take with the pawn or the bishop? I'm going to take with the bishop. The idea is I want to get this pushing. All right. So he's on that. That's smart. That's smart, right? Let's get this in. He's probably going to get his bishop developed or his knight over here. Or maybe castle. I'm looking to get this pushing. All right. So he's got 2 pieces now here, which is a little bit annoying. All right. Let's throw some counter punches now. It's time to throw some counter punches. Let's get a punch on the queen. No, if I get a punch on the queen, then he could come down here and take with check. So let's see. I'm looking at this push and sacking a pawn. I feel like I slipped up a little bit here. I got this knight idea right here to defend, but then this, yeah, this looks like okay. This looks okay for now. All right, we're gonna go in with this. I feel like he might actually have something here. All right. So now we get this pushing. Oops. All right, so this is what I wanted. We got that. And we got... I'm going to lose this pawn, actually, at the end of this, which is not great. But I'm going to get some compensation in the process. All right. Let's see. All right. So I'm sacking this pawn, but I'm getting some compensation. I'm going to be way ahead in development. So he's on the queen. Now the question is, I think I can just develop here. He'll take, I'll take. So yeah, I have most of my pieces developed. He's only got really a knight developed. All right, this is a major push. I'm going to need to get it eventually. I have this idea to be on the rook. This knight is looking to hop in here and cause some major problems. I also could get the bishop here and then stop him from castling. You can never castle your king through check. That's an important thing to note if you're new to the game. Let's see. Aristotle, you say hyper-accelerated erotic dragon. Yeah, I know. Erotic dragon. Cog, you said you started getting back into chess recently. You left it because it was getting a bit boring for you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different lines. Sometimes, you know, you want to take a break from stuff, all right? That's just how it goes. You have to relearn pretty much everything because you haven't played in about 5 years. Yeah, man, it takes a while. It takes a while. Okay, yeah, I don't talk a ton when I'm streaming, when I'm playing, just so you're aware, like JT said, but that's just how it goes. It goes with the territory. Okay, so he's got his, okay, I'm going here. I want to throw a punch at the queen. Notice this bishop kind of offsets the knight. When there's 2 squares in between, the knight can't really hop to any of these squares because the bishop is controlling these diagonals. All right, so he's got to move that. Now I can hop my knight in over here. This is a great outpost for this knight, by the way. This is a super strong outpost for this knight. I'm just looking at castle. Now he is up a pawn, or he's up 2 pawns, but I do have a lot of compensation. Okay, so now he's going for that. So let's go after his queen. Yeah, he might win this game actually. Like, I got to be careful as fuck. All right. We're going after the queen. I just need a castle. Now he's got these strong knights. All right, so he's going for that. Interesting. So this is the obvious move. Let's see if there's anything less obvious that I can make. Can't do that because of the queen. Now he's looking to take this bishop too, which is annoying. I'm not seeing any tactics in the position, unfortunately. All right, we're just gonna have to hop back here. He's gonna take, and then I'll take. Yeah, so he's just trying to trade down material at this point. Now he can't castle right now because I'll have the fork. Yeah, this knight is the one thing I have going for me. It's a strong piece. So he's on the rook. Let's see, where's a good square for the rook? Let's drop back here. All right, I have the fork now. I have the fork. All right, let's go with it. I'm hitting the queen and the rook. And I win. You know, what's he going to fucking do? And that's how you win in chess. Just like that. That's how you win in chess. By the way, he probably could have played on a little bit because he did have the 2 pawns. He did have the 2 pawns for the piece, but at the end of the day, I would have been able to, I should have been able to clean up. All I had to do was castle and win the game like that. All right, cool. Yeah, so we did it. We're 3-0 today. 3-0 today, and I'm doing a shirtless guided meditation. Everything went well with that. And yeah, that's how you play chess. Let's see. Cog, you say you're interested again. Yep. Yeah, chess is a great game. It really is. It really is. JT, you've been learning from Agni. Cool. You've been learning from me. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the non-chess category. We're gonna head over to fitness and health because guided meditations are super important for fitness and health. Let's go down. Mental health is crucial. Everyone take care of yourself. And if my keyboard would actually, you know, I just think I need to put new batteries in. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, we're in the right category right now. So let's get the lights changed. All right. So yeah, I always come out here and I'm full of energy and intensity. Let's get the lights better. Yeah, I come out here, I'm fucking pumped up, I'm ready to go, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling intense. And then we slow things down. And go to the place of peace and oneness residing in our hearts. Find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged. Or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes.
And take a few slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow and deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your attention on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count.
Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and exist for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Focus on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon, and return your awareness to your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the remembrance of their own internal light within them. So they may shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity remembers their own internal light once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Keep your awareness on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon, and return your focus to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from this location. And the warmth which surrounds your love. Experience the perfect peace residing here. And the joy which accompanies it. In this place, you exist in perfect monism. In this place, you are never alone. Separation and division cannot enter here. For what is eternally one can never be broken into two. Opposites cannot exist here. For that which just is can have no opposite. Fear of any kind is barred from entrance to this location. For that which is eternal love can never be anything else. In this place, you remember your eternal divinity. In this location, you are home. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Keep your awareness on your breath count. When thoughts of any kind enter your mind, release them. And return to the healing power of your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath consciousness. Go to where your essence flows the strongest. The place of perfect love residing at the nexus of your being. The place where you are one with the source of all creation. Feel your love flowing from that source. for you flow from the source for eternally. Experience the perfect oneness you have at this location. For that oneness was given to you as your inheritance. In this place, you are connected with all other humans. For what are they but your reflection? Judgment of any kind cannot exist here. For by judging others, you judge yourself. Focus on your center point. The gateway to the source of all creation. Focus on your center. And when you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be in this corporeal body. Here, at your center point, you recall your divine purpose. To spread love and light to all of those whom you encounter. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to this corporeal form, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide in this holy moment. I hope you feel more peaceful and relaxed. I hope you feel more centered and grounded. And I hope you feel more loving and kind than you did prior to the meditation. And most importantly, I hope you're able to take the peace and love of this meditation with you out into the external world and share it with all of those whom you encounter. Let's honor this meditation by being grateful to ourselves and to the community that we did this meditation by first bowing with our hearts, then bowing from our third eye, from our crown chakra, and then bowing from our third eye chakra. Namaste. Whoa, you all are something. That was a wonderful meditation. That was $34 minutes, which is perfect. I consider that a perfect amount of meditation time for this stream. And that was a deep one. We went real deep in that one. And it's because of you. Without you, it's just me sitting over there against the wall meditating by myself. And with our energy shared, we're able to go much farther down to the source of creation so that we remember who we are and remember that our purpose is to help others remember who they are. And by doing so, we heal the world one person at a time. Thank you so much. All right. JT, wonderful. You enjoyed it. You say the ether, the aura, the energy. That's where you're at. Well, that's where I'm at too, JT. And everyone else here in chat, I hope you really enjoyed this meditation as well. It takes a lot of self-discipline to meditate. It's much easier to, watch someone play a game on Twitch, right? But to actually do the work, or just to sit and listen to the meditation, it requires a willingness to improve, to evolve yourself. And that's what this channel is all about, helping others find that love and joy within them and share it with all of those whom they encounter. Okay, well, I am feeling amazing. And that is going to just about do it for today. Let's get the raid call all set up. That was wonderful. I'm truly honored to have such a wonderful community as you all. Christine the Bean, you're still here. You enjoyed the meditation. Wonderful. Those of you who are subscribers, copy and paste the raid call. And let's see who's out there in the Twitch world streaming right now. We have some good people. All right. We're gonna raid Floppy Jimmy, because Floppy Jimmy does absurdist humor, and I might be giving him chess lessons soon. So he does some of the most ridiculous stuff in the world. It's really funny, and I'm gonna be giving him chess lessons soon. He's a big chess fan, so yeah, we're gonna raid Floppy Jimmy and see how it goes. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be complete chaos, but we're gonna love it. All right, so let's raid him. Send love his way. And yeah, he's a big dog. He's got 156 people in his chat right now. But we've been talking, and I'm gonna give him chess lessons most likely. All right, here we go. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. And yeah, be kind to the people around you. Be loving and kind. And just, try your best to just help those around you. And animal life as well. Thank you all so much. Namaste.